Hello everyone and welcome back. It's me, Trophy Wife, and today we're going to continue our playthrough of Corpse Factory. Last we left off, we finished Act 1, and now I think we're playing Kenji. But I'm not 100% sure. So, if you like, please like, comment, subscribe, it helps, and let's get started. I try to reflect on life every morning, keeps me grounded, keeps my mind busy. A busy mind is a happy mind. I like to assess myself like I'm judging my own life. Koijiro, 34. Not much more to me than my name. Done a lot of things I regret. A lot of things I don't. I'm happy overall. I'm a better place than I was a year ago. Stable job, same small group of friends, couple of hobbies. Enough to live a satisfying life. I've got ambitions, desires, and passions. Fears, who doesn't? I'm clever, at least in my own opinion. I speak a little French, a lot of Japanese, English not so much. Dad always told me girls like multilingual guys. Haven't proven that theory yet. Been a while since I've been in a relationship, and she never cared for my second language. There's someone new I'm interested in. She's strange, dark, and deep. Like me. She doesn't get me, though, but I get her. I understand everything about her. Maybe she'll come around, maybe not. That's probably enough self-reflecting for today. I got caught up sometimes. Easy to slip too far inside my mind. Got things to do today, deliveries to make. The boss is cracking the whip. I've already eaten breakfast. That's one thing off my to-do list. Might need a coffee, though. Should have time to stop by the cafe. I grabbed my keys, phone, wallet, and a book for a train ride.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to an empty room. Used to be funny in my school days. Not so funny anymore, but it stuck with me. I find it hard to break habits. I leave the apartment behind. It occurs to me that it might be the last time. Probably not, but a possibility. My mind always thinks of such things, always prepared for the worst. Benefit of living near the train station is not having to walk far, but the noise pierces my apartment. I've learned to sleep through it. The platform is quiet today, must have beaten the rush. Getting straight to the factory today. The blonde girl will be driving from there. Toma. T, always on the tip of my tongue. I like the factory, spent a lot of time there with my dad. He worked hard, but he always had time for me. But the factory is different now, colder, reminds me too much of the morgue. Not surprising though. Not since Noriko made it her home. She called it the Corpse Factory. Not a fan of the name. I like morbid things, but the factory meant a lot to me. Now it means nothing. It's just a place I go. I still see Dad there sometimes. I picture him working away. I know he's not really there, just my mind remembering better times. I miss him a lot. I hope he's proud of me.
Can you help me load up?
Yeah.
The blonde girl is standing by a flatbed trolley. It's piled high with 4 cadavers. Each one is sealed in HRP. How are you guys doing this in the open? Like, that's the one thing I don't get is, like, how has no one seen it? Even if it's an abandoned area, there's likely to be someone walking around. I take the trolley and steer it towards the van. The back door is already open. A quick peek inside reveals Nokori is not hidden within.
Okay.
I hoist the first cadaver off the trolley and load it into the van. The second one follows, then third. I wipe a trickle of sweat off my brow. Hot today. Should take off my coat, maybe later. One more cadaver on the trolley, into the van.
You're pretty quick at this.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, why are you still helping her?
Loyalty?
Yeah, right.
She means a lot to me. Even if I don't mean much to her.
I don't think anyone means much to her anymore.
Might be right.
I look straight at the girl, not the type I'd normally associate with. Girls like her usually think I'm a freak or not normal, either or. But we've gotten to know each other a little. Wouldn't call her a friend
Why
yet.
do you still hang around?
Dunno. All this shit freaked me out from the start, but it's weird. Feels like we're achieving something, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it ain't right. Just feels like I got a purpose now.
Purpose.
I can't count how many people have died because of us. The last month has been wild, but I don't even lose sleep over it anymore.
Neither. Never did.
Figures. I'm probably gonna go to hell.
Hell.
You know, for all the bad shit I've been doing. Even if I'm not actually killing people, I'm still enabling it. Don't you ever think we're gonna go to hell?
Don't believe in the place.
I never used to, but just been thinking lately, that's all. But Between this and working at the office part-time, I can send some decent cash to my kid brother and sister, you know? Now that Noriko's paying us anyway.
You're getting paid?
Oh shit, you're not?
Joking. I'm getting paid.
Phew! That would have been awkward.
The girl yawns and shuffles on the spot. She looks back to the factory. The roller door at the loading dock is open
Bring the
wide.
trolley?
Okay.
She walks away. I grab the trolley and wheel it back to the loading dock. I abandon the trolley and step inside the factory. Oh, jeez.
You here?
Okay, so here's what I want to know. How are they getting paid? Like, did she all of a sudden start charging? The outline of a sleeping body in the corner begins to stir. I make my way to the futon laying on the cold concrete floor. It's a worn-out thing, frayed fabric, torn edges. Laying on the top of it, covered by a thin blanket, is a girl of my dreams.
Huh? What time is it?
Time to get up.
Oh, come on.
Got work to do.
How many deliveries today?
Ask the other girl. I'm just the muscle.
I reach my hand out to her. Same way I do every morning. She never takes it. Instead, she slowly comes to her feet without assistance. She's still wearing yesterday's clothes, yesterday's makeup, yesterday's sweat. She's gorgeous.
When are you going back home?
This is my home now.
You need a shower.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. My place smells terrible. Like rotting flesh. I can't get the odor out. It's been getting worse since I first moved in there.
This place smells too. Look at what's around you.
I gesture toward the racks of cadavers that fill the factory. We acquired some warehouse racking some time ago. It didn't take long for us to fill most of the shelves with cadavers. The industrial air conditioner we installed staves off the decay for a little while, but not long enough. We try not to let each cadaver remain here for more than a few days, but sometimes we forget, and it's so cold here all the time. It's not like Dad's factory at all. The stench would make everyone's eyes water. We just seem to be getting used to it.
I like it here. The smell here is different. It's nice.
Okay, you probably have requests to work on. I'll leave you be.
Noriko doesn't say anything. A thoughtful expression covers her face. I make my way back toward the trolley. We've been overwhelmed with work lately. Seems like Corpse Girl website has become the next big trend in Japan. Dozens of requests pour in every day. A lot of people are wanted dead. I don't care about the reasons why, I just do the work. It's all for Noriko. Couldn't care less about Corpse Girl's ambitions or whatever she normally says. I want to prove to her I'm useful, good, worthy. This is the only way I can think of earn her love. I told her I was doing it for corpses, wanted to get my hands on some for myself, but that was a lie, all of it. Why would I need her to acquire corpses? I work in a morgue. I've been stealing them for years. Just needed her to believe she could motivate me, bargain with me, control me. When she achieves her goal, whatever it may be, I'll talk to her heart to heart. Maybe I'll even propose. Can't let a girl like that slip away. She's too precious, too beautiful, too brooding and macabre, and I need her. It's simple as that. Since the first time I laid eyes on her over a year ago, the day she moved into her apartment, I've kept a close eye ever since. So he's a stalker. I must have her. I will have her. I'll do anything for Noriko. Physical labor always makes me hungry, a normal human trait I would assume. I take a seat in the restaurant and place an order once the waitress arrives. Waiting for a meal is boring. I decide to read. Today's book is Faust Photographe. I borrowed it from Noriko. She doesn't know. When I flip open the cover, I'm reminded of why I started coming here. I once saw Noriko at this same restaurant. She was eating omrice and reading strange flowers. She didn't eat much, 3 mouthfuls if I recall correctly, but she read her book until the restaurant closed. I learned that the girl would rather feed her mind than her body. I'm personally the opposite. I love to eat. But I find Noriko's traits endearing. It's hard for her to fall for someone to love with educating herself. I always touched my heart that she chose to read the book I lent her. Come to think of it, I never did get that back from her. It's probably overdue at the library now. Maybe I shouldn't show my face there again. Add it to the list of places I can't visit anymore. My meal arrives. Ami rice. I dig in. It's tasty. I assume that it's Noriko's favorite. Funnily enough, it was my dad's favorite too. I devour the dish in a few minutes. I like to lick the plate clean. Always earns a funny look from the staff. The heat from the meal has fogged up my glasses. I take them off, wipe them clean on my shirt.
I know you.
Thanks to my natural blurry vision, I can't see who is sit down across from me. I quickly return my glasses to their rightful place.
Koijiro, right?
Koijiro.
I don't think so.
Trust me. You are?
I don't like him because he obviously likes to pretend like other people are wrong about their right facts.
Junpei Matsumoto.
The rotund strange offers his hand to me. I don't reciprocate the
Can
gesture.
I help you?
Nah, man, just hanging, you know? Saw you here, wanted to say, what's up? What's up?
I don't know you. I'll be going.
Stay a while, let's talk about Corpse Girl.
The strange words prevent me from standing up. I glare at him.
What about Corpse Girl?
She's killed a lot of people, right? Like a hell of a lot of people.
Probably. I don't know.
Come on, man. You're in her crew, yeah? I seen you lifting at the morgue. You run that white piece of shit van, am I right?
I don't...
Careful now. If I can find you, it can't be that hard for the cops to pinch you.
What do you want?
Like I said, just wanted to say what's up.
A foul man leans across the table. His hot breath reeks more than the
I
factory.
want to know how you guys do it. How do you get up every morning knowing that there's a killer out there even more powerful and successful than Corpse Girl?
So is he he's the bad guy? I know exactly what he's referring to. I try not to let my face betray me. It's true that Corpse Girl has some tough competition. Around the time Noriko targeted her sister, somebody hacked Corpse Girl's website. Even since then, a new string of deaths has raged across Tokyo like wildfire. Death's not called by Corpse Girl. It started off as a copycat killer stealing Noriko's request. People that were sentenced to death via Corpse Girl's website were found dead before we reached them. But that didn't last long. After a while, completely unrelated people were being found dead across the city. People whose deaths never been requested through the website. Because of that, we stopped worrying about it. Noriko was happy as long as her own victims weren't being poached. She didn't care if someone else was running a similar operation as long as they kept their hands off of her prey. I haven't given it much thought since. And then this guy appears out of nowhere. It's pretty damn obvious that he's involved with the copycat killer. He's seen me around, knows what I've been doing, knows that there's two separate powers out there killing. Doesn't take much to figure him out.
What's your method?
Excuse me?
You kill faster than Corpse Girl. How?
Whoa there, buddy. I don't kill anyone. Here, check this shit.
The Human Removal Service. We remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you'd like to remove. The guy shows me his phone. There's a web page on the screen. It looks similar to Corpse Girl's website, but it's not the same. I read the name of the site out loud.
The Human Removal Service.
Nice, huh?
What is this?
Just read it.
I do as I'm told. There's paragraphs of information below the site's title. Remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of the free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in your name, address of a human being you'd like removed. Follow in the text form to be filled out just like the one on Corpse Girl's website. I think I get it. This is a copycat's own website. They are running an identical operation, accepting user requests for victims' details and then somehow carrying out the killings. But how far do similarities extend? Are they creating corpse photos to send the victims? Are they forcing victims to kill themselves? Or carrying out premeditated murder? Are they delivering corpses to victims?
You involved with this?
Nah, just a fan. Used to be a Corpse Girl fanboy. That shit was wild. Then I discovered this site. It's so much cooler. More profesh, you know?
The guy leans in
I
once
even
more.
used this site once.
What happened?
The guy I wanted to die, he disappeared off the face of the planet within 24 hours. Can you believe it? And they're offering the service for free.
There's no doubt about it. The guy's involved with the copycat in this website. He's here to taunt me, pressure me. He knows who I am, but what's his end game?
Can I try the site?
Sure, man. Type the web address into your phone.
I retrieve my phone from my pocket and enter the website's address. It loads quickly, the Human Removal Services. I bookmark the site and scroll down to fill the name field.
Was it Matsumoto?
What?
Yes.
I type in Junpei Matsumoto. The next field requests an address.
Where do you live?
Hey, wait just a second. What the F are you doing?
Address, please.
You're a psycho. Don't put in my details.
Why are you worried? Not like the killer will target an accomplice.
course not, but still! Such a dick move!
Got him. I stand up and pocket my phone.
Later, Junpei.
Freaking weirdo!
His face is contorted into a foul grimace like he just swallowed something sour. I leave the restaurant. Wow, Oi doesn't know who to put herself with because Junpei isn't any better than anyone that she's been with. She's stalked, she's trashed at work, and then she gets with a weird guy. Junpei Matsumoto essentially confessed that he's involved with the human removal services. He agreed that he wouldn't target if I entered his name on the website. He admitted to being an accomplice. Don't know if I figured out what I figured out. Don't care. I need to tell Noriko. She's asleep in the corner as usual. Her laptop is beside her. The power cable is plugged into a portable generator. She's still in the same clothes, still wearing the same old makeup. I wouldn't change a thing about her. I wish I could lay next to her.
Wake up.
She stirs. I extend my hand.
Koijiro? It's still early.
Need to talk. It's important.
She rubs her eyes and yawns.
What is it?
Look.
I hold up the phone and show her the Copycat's website. Her eyes widen as she slowly reads the text. Her jaws drop ever so slightly and she looks at me shocked.
How did you find this? I've been searching for weeks. I've tried so hard to find how the Copycat is choosing victims, but there's absolutely nothing about this anywhere.
Met a guy yesterday. Someone involved with the site.
You're kidding.
Serious. Junpei Matsumoto. Big guy. Rude. Unlikable. Knew who I was. Knew about the morgue.
Shit. He knows?
Don't know how. We need to kill him.
How? If he knows our methods, he won't just kill himself when he gets delivered a corpse. He'll just laugh it off.
No, I know that. We really kill him.
Noriko is silent. It's the unthinkable, something we've never done before.
I don't know if I can.
I can do it.
I don't want to kill the guy. I need to kill the guy. It's for our own safety. With him alive, our secrets are compromised. He knows me. He may very well know Noriko.
Junpei Matsumoto? Why does that name sound so familiar?
Check his profile.
Noriko doesn't waste any time plugging it in her noise profile.
Oh, shit!
I peer over the phone. Sure enough, the profile picture matches what he looks like. Hard to forget a guy like
This
that.
is Aoi's boyfriend!
Aoi, your friend.
Oi, the girl that Noriko never stops talking about, the cute and shy one. The one I've followed more than a few times out of curiosity. Wanted to see what constitutes a friend of Noriko's. Needed some tips. Is she dating Junpei? Strange match.
Is this for real? I met Junpei some time ago. Maybe last month?
I see. Are they still together?
As far as I know. I haven't spoken to Aoi in a while. Wait, I wonder.
What?
Never mind. I need to think some things over.
Okay.
Koijiro, you remember the photo of my sister's corpse, right? Not the one that I crafted. The other one I found on her phone.
Sure.
You remember the instructions written on it?
Stabbed Shuji at the party, right?
Spot on. The Copycat must send instructions written on corpse photos. I have a feeling the instructions always relate to killing other people. Other people whose deaths have been requested.
I get it. Kill two birds, one stone. Send one corpse photo to a victim, and then have them kill another victim. It's efficient.
That's how they've racked up so many deaths so quickly.
Exactly. We can only rely on news reports for the numbers, but it's pretty clear that the Copycat has claimed a few hundred lives in the past month at least.
And we're up to 164.
Yes.
164 deaths caused by Corpse Girl, but we delivered twice as many corpses as that. Our success rate is about 50%, and it has been dropping rapidly. It would seem that Corpse Girl's rising popularity is having a detrimental effect on our success rate. As public knowledge of Corpse Girl increases, the fear of receiving a corpse decreases. People are starting to figure out how the method works. If they don't cave into the fear, they don't kill themselves. It's that simple. In most cases in which the victims have survived, they simply brush off the attempt on their life. They call the police, have the corpse removed, they go on with life.
We haven't been doing so well lately, but the deaths across Tokyo, the ones unrelated to us, are expanding at an exponential rate.
Seems that way.
Then our rival has a more foolproof method of killing. Is it as simple as adding instructions to a corpse photo? Threatening someone with death unless they carry out the instructions? And then, if victim A receives a corpse photo, follows the instructions, and kills victim B, how does victim A also end up dead? Surely it's not suicide at that point. Why follow the instructions to spare your life and then kill yourself anyway? It doesn't add up. How are they killing so many people so quickly?
Don't know.
It's true, I have no idea. I pride myself in always being in the know, but this is beyond even me. However, I do know how to find out.
Maybe I'll pay Junpei a visit. See what information I can extract.
I don't like it, but it may be our only chance. Get as much information as you can from him. Dispose of him.
Her words have caused a flare of adrenaline inside of me. I won't let her down. She has given me a task, an important task. I'll show her what I can do.
On it.
Good luck, Koijiro, and be careful.
Of course. Later.
I'm thankful that Naruki looks away just before a smirk splits my face in half. I take my leave. Quite a bit of time has passed since he went inside the maid cafe. Can't imagine eating a meal takes this long. Unless there's something shady going on, he should have come out by now. I feel like he's the one that stalked Oi. My knees are beginning to hurt from crouching. I can't stand up, but then I'd be more visible. Crouching at the corner of the alley suits me just fine. My knees should hold. I have a perfect view of the entrance. I've taken note of every single person entering and exiting. Or he's her boss, but he hasn't come back out. It's because he's the boss. His noise post from earlier was right on the money. He said he would visit the maid cafe, and sure enough, I watched him enter. Could be he knows I'm trailing him. Whole thing could be a ruse. He might even have an escape route. But I already scoped out the alley behind the cafe. There's no other exit, front only. Could he have climbed out the window? Doubt it. Big guy, not very fit. Even if he's attempted such a feat, I surely would have overheard the struggle. I'll keep watch here. Can't be much longer. According to Noise, he comes here often, his favorite place, likely where he met Oi. She still works here according to Noriko. What does Oi see in him? What does Noriko see in Oi, for that matter? The girl was boring, cute, sure, but no outwardly personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Hard to tell when you only watch from afar. There he is. I'll have to follow him. Can't confront him here. Looks like he's heading toward the station. Easy. Here goes. Can't believe this guy traveled to the very end of the train line. Took nearly an hour to get here. If his home is all the way out here, why does he travel so far to visit the maid cafe? He wandered into this underground parking lot, so I'm guessing his apartment building is above in the little tomb. No one else around.
Hey, is someone there?
I'm pretty sure he's the one that's stalking her. There's nothing else I can think of. Guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought.
Huh? Kojimbo?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The fuck? You follow me home, dude?
Well, duh.
That's right. Have some questions.
Not cool, man. Could've just DM'd me.
No.
I stride up to him and press my chest against his rotund belly. Standing this close is easy to see that he's actually younger than I thought. I'm nearly a full head higher than him. Despite his bulky build, I don't think I've had any trouble crushing him in a fist fight.
Back off, dude. I'm warning you.
I don't think I'll do that. Question 1.
Hey, I ain't playing your games.
Who runs the human removal service?
I ain't telling you that.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
It's gonna be funny if it's Oi.
Fuck you, man.
Question 3.
Shut up!
What is your role? I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Junpei pulls his head back and spits in my face. The disgusting glob of saliva dribbles down my cheek. I snap 2 of his fingers.
Ah! Holy fuck!
The knuckles within his blubbery digits break inside my fist as I bend them in the wrong direction. I savor the sensation of shattering bones grinding against shattered bone as his knuckles splinter and pierce his skin.
Question 1. Who runs the human removal service?
Junpei wrenches his hand away from mine. He clenches his other fist. He looks prepared to launch it at my face. The punch connects perfectly against my jaw. I cock my head a little, riding the momentum of the impact. A tooth comes loose in my mouth. I think it's a bottom canine. I swallow it. Ooh! I could never. No. Turning my head back, I lock eyes with Junpei.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Shit! You want another fist in the face? Ah! My freaking fingers!
Question 3. What is your role?
Junpei tries to lash out and kick to my shin. He's slow, he's just not cut out for a fight. I step aside and his legs fall limply. Completely off balance, he lands on his rear. I move toward him and stand over him, recumbent body.
I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Help me! Someone help me!
Is there no cameras in all of, like, this Japan area? Because everybody seems to get away with everything, just right in the open, no security cameras, nothing. This wouldn't be how it would be in real life.
This psycho is trying to kill me!
I can't help but sigh loudly. I run my tongue along my gums, filling the gap created by my missing tooth. Definitely a canine that I swallowed. A bit of an inconvenience, have to get a false tooth now. Wonder if Noriko will think less of me.
Question 1.
Fuck you!
He madly tries to kick at my ankles. His feet slap against mine with no force or pressure.
Who runs the human removal service?
The guttural bestial growl that spews from his mouth is the desperation of a cornered dog. I don't much believe in kicking someone when they're down, figuratively nor literally. I kick him in the ribs and his howl of anguish repeats itself. Sometimes you have to do things you don't believe in. I kick him again and again and again. 1 or 3 of his ribs shatter before against the toe of my shoe. It's a crunching sensation. The kicking in the rib of a cadaver. I suppose comparison isn't really necessary.
Stop! Please!
The slow, desperate plea of a completely different form of urgent howl of frustration that moments ago. Beaten and wounded, the dog is panting heavily, his tongue lolled against the asphalt.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
A moment of silence prompts me to prepare my foot for another fury of kicks. But a meek answer I didn't foresee causes my body to stiffen.
Our Herald. He carries out all the killings personally.
I frown, and the motion causes sharp pain to shoot through my bleeding gums.
Your herald?
The dog spits blood down his shirt and groans.
He's a visionary. A prophet. And he's immortal. He's more powerful than Corpse Girl ever was. Every person targeted by the Human Removal Service is removed by the Herald's hand.
This wasn't the explanation I was expecting. I thought the operation was similar to Corpse Girls. Send a corpse photo to a victim, urge them to kill themselves, or give them instructions to kill someone else. That was what Naoko and I discussed. That was the conclusion we reached. I don't like being proven incorrect. I bring my foot into Junpei's ribs one more time, and he hardly flinches. He simply exhales and absorbs the force.
Question 3. What is your role?
I think the dog is unconscious. I tilt his neck from side to side and hear a comforting crack and pop that relieves the tension of my muscles. I crouch down and press my fingers to his wrist. The pulse is strong, and his breathing is regular. He won't die, not unless I take action now. I told Noriko I'd kill him. I told her I'd take care of our problem.
Junpei!
Oh no, it's Oi. A girl's voice, soft and not unpleasant, but worried, terrified. I stand once more to see the concerned face before me.
What did you do to Junpei?
Oi Sato. Noriko's friend, best friend, and the girlfriend of Junpei.
Sauce.
I need to leave. Oi doesn't know my identity. She didn't know I'm involved with Noriko. If I escape now, Oi will never link the assault to Noriko. Well, that's option 1. Option 2.
Get out of here, you psycho!
No, I can't think about option 2. If Oi gets hurt, Noriko will never forgive me. I can return to finish Junpei another day. I know where he lives now, after all.
Later.
I turn on my heels and leave the sobbing girl to tend to her wounded dog. August 1st, Saturday morning. When I was with the Shizuko, I became really fascinated with brewing coffee. She brought me a handheld bean grinder and a French press for my birthday. To thank her, I made frequent trips to the market to buy freshly roasted beans. I would lose track of the hours I spent carefully grinding the beans and aiming to brew the perfect cup. But Shinjuku never enjoyed coffee, never had a taste for it. I didn't give up. I kept refining my technique, kept experimenting with different beans and roasts in an attempt to craft something she would find palatable. She died, and I threw the French press in the trash. I just visit the cafe now for my morning coffee. I donated the handheld grinder to the cafe. More specifically, I gave it to the cute waitress here. Maybe it was callous of me to discard the gift that Shinjuku gave me. It should have torn me apart to throw away something that symbolized what we had together. But 3 years isn't so important in the grand scheme of lifetime. Besides, I have someone else now. Well, I don't have her, but I want her. Noriko reminds me of Shinjuku in some way. In other ways, they couldn't be more opposite. When the take coffee I ordered is ready, I leave my money on the counter and grab the paper cup. A quick sip of piping hot brew fills me with renewed life, and liquid scalds the area where my tooth used to be. Not much for it. I'll go to the dentist some other time. Coffee in hand, I leave the cafe and make my way to the next destination. Public libraries do not get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing, and they don't always do it for me, but it's nice to escape the bustle of the city. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors, but the librarians don't pay me any mind. I think they're at a loss to recommend books that fit my taste. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and wonders if I'm creepy. Nobody cares about my unshaven face or crinkly clothes. Nobody looks at me and asks if I miss Shinjuku. I wish someone would ask. Just once, I would be nice to know someone cares, even if I didn't. But no one knew Shinjuku. No one knew she was in my life, and no one knows she's gone. I haven't even told Noriko about her. I think she has enough on her mind right now if I tell her when the time is right. After wandering around the library aimlessly, I pick a tome from the shelf at a random and find a couch to sit on. Comfortable at least. I sip a coffee and thumb through the book I've acquired. I would seem I've selected an autobiography about a famed painter I've never heard of. I will do it for now. I'll read anything. I skim through the preface, then the first chapter. My fingers pick at speed as I thumb through the pages, never absorbing more than the first line of a particular page. Boring drivel. I can't read this. I toss the book aside and rest a closed fist underneath my chin. I'm not normally this restless. Usually I'm focused and driven, but it's my birthday, and Shinjuku isn't here to get me a gift. Perhaps I regret throwing away the French press. It was the most thoughtful birthday gift I've ever received. Perhaps I just regret losing Shinjuku. I don't know. If this were any other day, I wouldn't waste my time dwelling on the past. I thought I was above giving this day more significance than any other. 35, fuck, where have the years gone? Time really does slip through your fingers. Hell, it's even been more than a year since I met Noriko. Technically, I doubt she remembers our first meeting. I peer around the library and find smiling form on my face. She probably thinks we met here just a few months ago. I asked her for some trivial question, something about Lovecraft or Cthulhu, then I introduced myself. But the first time we bumped into each other was at my apartment. Well, her apartment. It was a fully furnished apartment. Didn't have to take much with me after I left. I bet it looks much the same today as it did back then. I returned to collect a few things, a couple of blankets in the closet, a broom in the dustpan, a few knuckle bones, the usual stuff. And I wanted to say goodbye one final time. To my surprise, she was there. She was chatting to the landlord, casually inquiring about the terms of the lease. I must have frozen my tracks when I saw her. I know that it's been a good few minutes simply staring at her. She was beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking. And she looked like Shinjuku. She all looked so much like Shinjuku. She shook hands with the landlord, said her name aloud, Noriko. Her name stuck in my mind. It played over and over in my head. The landlord accepted her offer for the apartment. Noriko would be moving in, making the place her home, my place. I must have bumped her shoulder into mine by accident when I tried to squeeze past. She apologized. I apologized.
Zaz was just leaving.
Oh, no, please. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Did you live here?
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for taking care of the place. I'll be moving in soon.
I see.
Did you like it here?
Yes, very much so. It was home.
I'm glad. I hope that I feel just as comfortable here.
I nod, but I don't pull my eyes from her face. She walked away after gracing me with a polite bow. Noriko from back then was healthier than the girl I know now. She's become a little more than a skeleton, skin and bones, but her keen mind hasn't dulled, and she's still gorgeous. She takes my breath away, just like Shinzuko once did. But she refuses to leave the factory. She refuses to return to her apartment. Occasionally, T will go and fetch the things she needs: clothes, tiny portions of food, coffee mostly. At some point, I got delegated to selecting the most suitable cadavers from the morgue, all so Noriko doesn't have to visit the morgue herself. She gives me a bunch of photos, and it's on me to choose cadavers that best match. Not my favorite work, it's tedious, and I don't have the eyes for details that she does, but I do what I can.
Ouch.
My phone begins vibrating violently in my back pocket. I don't realize I was sitting on it.
Yo,
Where the hell are you?
library.
Don't you have deliveries to make today?
I'm just taking the morning off.
You didn't ask me about that.
I told Tomoe.
Well, she didn't mention anything about it to me.
Saz, I'll see you in a few hours anyway. I just wanted to chill this morning. My birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay, I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.
Later.
She sounded mad at me. In my defense, I haven't taken a day off from Corpse Girl's work for weeks. Didn't think taking the morning off would be too much to ask. Apparently it rubbed her the wrong way, but judging this work, as well as the morgue's duty, is tiring. Don't get much time for myself. Don't get much time to think. Probably why Shinjuku's face doesn't pop into my mind as much as it used to. My theory, anyway. I drain the remnants of my coffee cup. After returning the unread back to the shelf, I leave the library. Good lord, that's a
home.
lot of coffees. I close the front door behind me and my place is always dark. The tiniest sliver of light filters from the gap between the closed curtains. I like it that way. I spend countless nights underneath the unholy light of the morgue. That fluorescent glow messes with my eyes, so I keep my apartment dark. It's comforting. The place is small, smaller than my last apartment. At any rate, Noriko's apartment. A tiny living space, one bedroom, a kitchenette. The bathroom is pitiful. A half-sized tub with a shower head above it. A toilet, no sink. I need to use the kitchen sink after finishing my business. But it's home. Moving here was decided to leave my old place was the change I needed after Shinjuko's death. I threw away so much of my life back then. I've almost completely different person now, almost. I've kept my habits, mannerisms. The part of me that find weird or off-putting can't help it. That's just how I am. All these quirks attributed to Shinjuku's can't stand. They're still with me. She's gone and I'm still here.
Come on.
I shake my head at the sound of my own voice. What a birthday, what a pointless day. Dwelling on the past doesn't suit me. I moved on from Shinjuku a long time ago. I'm only stuck on her today because it's my birthday, because this day reminds me of the damn French press she bought me. But it's gone now, and she's gone. You know, they could have cut out like half of this stuff, and it would have been a little bit shorter, because all they're doing is repeating. All that remains is me. That's the way it's always been, probably the way it always will be.
Enough. Time for work.
I don't feel like staying and then relaxing. I shuffle towards the tall, narrow cabinet in the far corner of my living space. I hoist the door open and look for a clean white coat. It's not stained or dusty like the ones I keep in display near the window. It's my good coat, the one I reserve for special days like my birthday. The white coat is resting comfortably on the white mannequin inside the white cabinet. I hate the color white. It serves no purpose. Despite its useless color, the mannequin holds the coat does serve a purpose. It carries my treasured possessions. Perhaps mannequin isn't the most fitting word, but it will do. As I grab my coat and sleeve catches on the mannequin's finger. I tug at it gently and manage to release the coat from the mannequin's bony limb. Is it Shinjuko? Is it like dead Shinjuko in your closet?
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to an empty room used to be funny when rooms were truly empty. Not so funny anymore now that the faces stares back at me within the cabinet. Nothing to do about it.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
I don't have a gift for you. I'm sorry.
All good.
Noriko runs her hand along the opposite arm shyly, not like her to act so awkward and embarrassed.
I just didn't know. That's all.
I know.
She seems truly disappointed in herself for not knowing about my birthday.
I looked at my noise feed, and it even has a notification that today's the day. I'm sorry. I don't have a reasonable excuse.
It's fine. Really. What's on the agenda today?
I want to break away from this discussion. I hate my birthday. I hate Shinjuku for leaving me. Noriko sweeps a stray strand of hair behind her ear and contemplates the question.
12 deliveries. Tomoe has already prepped the bodies. She's waiting in the van. I've sent the photos to the victims.
Only 12 today?
We're not getting many new requests. All of today's deliveries are just part of our backlog. There aren't many corpses left here, actually. We've managed to work our way through most of them. Have to visit the morgue again soon.
I see.
Things seem to be slowing down. The copycat is stealing our business. I just know it.
Maybe.
Oh, that reminds me. Whatever happened to Aoi's boyfriend?
What do you mean?
I can't believe I forgot about it. You were going to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow I'd forgotten about that too. Caught up in my own head today. Junpei.
Is he dead?
Unlikely.
Noriko prompts me to explain.
Heard him good, but Aoi arrived before I could go further.
Shit. Did she see you?
Yeah. She doesn't know me, though.
I suppose. Wait. You didn't hurt Aoi, did you?
The tone of panic in her gasping voice is impossible to
Of
disregard.
course not.
Aoi's innocent, you know? She can't get caught up in all this.
I know.
I'd never hurt a friend of Noriko's, unless they hurt her first, self-defense or something.
So, what do we do about Junpei? If he's still alive, he knows that you're involved with the morgue and with Corpse Girl.
Don't know. Actually, he did say something interesting.
What did he say?
I quote, "Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand." End quote.
The Herald? Who the fuck is the Herald? Did you mishear? Was it supposed to be Gerald?
Herald. Apparently some prophet. A visionary. Junpei says he's immortal.
Immortal? You're not serious.
Every killing is carried out by him personally.
What the hell? How is that even possible? How can someone kill so many people without getting caught?
I shrug. My tongue subconsciously licks the gap where my tooth once was.
Guess he's good.
What a pain in the ass.
Anyway, I'll take care of those deliveries.
Thanks. I'm going to try and dig up something.
Dig up?
Not literally. Information. Online.
Had me excited there for a moment.
Don't worry. You'll be the first person I tell if I decide to go digging up bodies.
Thanks.
I throw Noriko a lazy wave and take my leave.
You finally good to go?
Yeah.
Good. I want to get this over with.
Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
It's funny to think that T knows about my birthday. I assume she reads about it on Noise since we're friends.
Get any prezzies?
Not one.
Lame. What do you like? I'll buy you something.
Really? You'd do that for me?
Of course. He may be a creep, but birthdays are the best. Everyone deserves a present.
I think she's being nice, not a fan of being called a creep.
Well, I'd like a French press.
Would I?
What's that?
A coffee press.
Oh, I know those. Yeah, sure. I'll order you one. Cool?
Cool. Thanks.
Sure. Happy birthday, Koijiro.
Surprisingly, she steps forward and gives me a short hug. It feels nice. Contact. She's warm, not like Noriko, or the way I imagine Noriko to be. Her hair smells wonderful like coconut. I'm not sniffing it on purpose. I'm not trying to play up to my reputation as a creep, but it's impossible not to smell it when you're that close. Her fingers tap against my back a few times, and then she releases the hug. A smile as warm as her touch spreads across
Come
her
on,
face.
let's get going.
Yeah.
T opens the van driver's side door and scoots inside. As the door shuts behind her, I can't help but entertain the thought of what she would be like to have as a girlfriend, a partner, a lover. She's nicer than I originally thought, heart's in the right place, but she's not Noriko. I shake the fleeting thought with my mind to urge myself to get on with things. Delivery time. August 2nd, Sunday night. Morgue duties have felt mundane lately, boring, pointless. Lots of things I'd rather be doing. Had to come in early today thanks to an influx of deceased patients from the hospital. Bodies get passed through the hospital halls and land in my lap unceremoniously. They've been tagged, need to be added to the inventory, need to be stored. Cadavers are needier than some people. Don't know where I'm going to store this lot. Running out of space. Room, only a handful of cold chambers still available. I can thank the human removal services for that. This isn't the only morgue in the area, but it's one of the biggest. A lot of cadavers end up here. A lot of victims. Weeks ago, I used to smile every time one of the corpse girl's victims entered the hallowed place. It was kind of poetic. Noriko cherry-picked corpse from the morgue. These corpses were delivered to victims. The victims died and they ended up here as fresh cadavers. Repeat the recycle. It was beautiful, the circle of death. Now it's rare for corpse girl victims to arrive. More common are the victims of the human removal services. At least that's my speculation. When multiple homicide victims arrive on my doorstep every day, it's not hard to piece together things. Lacerations, dismembered limbs, rope marks, bludgeoned skulls, myriad mortal wounds inflicted on the flesh. I always suspect Corpse Girl's Copycat was behind the sheer amount of deaths raging across Tokyo. Seeing the fruits of the Copycat labor firsthand has convinced me that we're not dealing with the simple suicides, and Junpei's words still ring in my ears are herald. He carries out all the killings personally. It all adds up. Corpse Girl was truly met her match. While the human removal services continues to claim countless lives, Corpse Girl's success is rapidly declining, much to Noriko's whatever. Corpse Girl has become a well-known that the general public no longer fears her. Like a figure from folklore or fictional character, everybody knows the name Corpse Girl, but only the truly gullible believe she can kill people. I call it Bloody Mary effect. If someone is predisposed to believe in a horrific entity, they will convince themselves that said entity truly exists. When targeted by Corpse Girl, such a person will succumb to suicide in an attempt to escape a potentially more grisly fate. In reality, they simply play right into the trap that Corpse Girl laid for them. Those that treat Corpse Girl as no more than an entertaining piece of folklore like Bloody Mary are immune to the fear. Someone like this can receive a photo of their own corpse and shrug it off as no more of a threat than a spam email. It's ironic that the success of Noriko's sought for so long is the very thing that rendered Corpse Girl's method ineffective. I wouldn't say all of this to Noriko's face. She's well aware of the situation. As for the human removal services, no one seems to know about it. There's no mention of it anywhere on the internet. Anywhere I can access at any rate. Police investigations, the string of homicides haven't mentioned it. If the site relies on users' request death, I am at a loss as to how people are learning about it. It truly seems to be some sort of shadowy organization, except for the fact that Junpei essentially walked right up to me and revealed himself. I don't know his motivations for doing so, and I don't know how he found out I'm involved with Corpse Girl's work. I really should take care of him. Monday, August 3rd. I knock on the door. I rub my eyes and sit up slowly. Must have fallen asleep in my chair again. Still groggy, I get up, looking through the front door's peephole. A single lonely package sits on the doormat. Don't know where it came from. Haven't ordered anything online lately. I swing the door open, pick up the plain brown parcel. Something rattles inside. Bring it indoors, slip my thumb underneath the packing tape and tear it open. Nestled in a bag of packing foams is a white box adorned with the image of a French press.
A coffee maker.
Tea. That's right, this is a gift from T. She really bought me a birthday gift, something I truly wanted. My friend T. After putting the package down, I retrieved my phone and opened up Noise. Thank you for the birthday present. You got it already? Just now, it's a brand new too. Sweet, glad you like it. Maybe I'll brew you a cup one day. Yes, please. Extra sugar. You got it. T doesn't send a follow-up message. I take that to mean the conversation has expired. It feels good that she did such a nice thing for me. Almost forgotten what it is like to have someone care. Pity she has a boyfriend, never stops going on about him. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't misconstrue a kind gesture as affection. She was simply bestowing a birthday gift. Something most people would do for a friend. Something Noriko didn't even attempt. didn't know how to break down Noriko's barriers. Been trying for a long time. She never seemed to warm up. Maybe chasing her is a lost cause. But I'm tired of being lonely. I'm so tired. Noriko, T, I don't care. If either of them would accept me, I would give them everything I am. I just don't want to be alone anymore. The start of another long night, alone like always. The cadavers are hardly be called company. They don't speak, don't laugh at my jokes, don't like living people laugh at my jokes anyway.
Yeah?
Hey, I think I mentioned this a day or two ago, but our reserves have pretty much dried up.
Okay.
Reserves. She means a stash of corpses at the factory. She has a way with
Anyway,
words.
3 new requests came through today. I'm really excited. Maybe things will pick up again.
Maybe.
I'll send through photos of the Vicks. Can you select some corpses that resemble them? Tomoe will come by with the van.
Okay.
Thanks. Are you okay? You're pretty quiet. More than usual, anyway.
I'm fine.
I see. Well, thanks. I'm sending the photos now. Message me when you're done. I'll send Tomoe over.
Yeah.
I end the call and return the phone to my pocket. It vibrates 3 times in quick succession as Narito's photos automatically download. 3 requests, not much, but enough to lift her spirits. I scan the array of cold chambers lining the wall. This place is packed to the gim. Shouldn't be a problem to find some matches for her. I take a stroll alongside the left row of chambers. All of the bodies within are due for cremation. I can take a pic from here, just like always, business as usual. I fish my phone out more and examine the new photos. 2 women, 1 man. Middle-aged, young adult. Normal, everyday people. Corpse Girl will wrap her fingers around their throats and try to kill them. Will they shrug off the attempt on their lives? Time will tell. I'll do my best to help Noriko and in their lives. I wander toward the computer at the end of the room and log into the inventory system. Time to find some suitable bodies. Alright guys, I'm going to end this episode here.
The corpses you picked out are good. 2 of them, anyway.
I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!